Come on, baby, light my fire. Okay, so we actually don't need that because we are running everything off of my phone right now because... Hello, I'm Zeospantera. Welcome to Z Reviews. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description. If I know one's sponsoring this one. It's too busy to get sponsorship. If you're seeing this video, it's been sponsored by the patrons and the subscribers. So, 2 units. I gotta stand up. This is like my to-do list. And I got a bunch of dongle DACs. Like I got the Moon River, and I got this Acme, and I got this Fio, and I got Xduoo, and then another X. I got a bunch of like dongle DACs. And my argument is, why are there so many dongle DACs? Give me Bluetooth. And these are 2 new units that do that. So I'm going to do them separately and first. Unless the dongle DAC thing comes up for another reason. I have another dongle DAC coming. Oh, God. So we have, and it says Audirect, but that's not what it is, because if we go to Linsol, we see the Hilidac Audirect Beam3 Plus. That's the name of that one. And there's apparently a standard and a balanced version. This is the balanced version. The balanced version is also not in stock. And then on this side of the table, we have the Xduoo Audio Pokemon headphone amp and DAC 2. The Poke 2. The Poke 2. Was it says Pokemon. I don't know why, or if that's even allowed, because I'm pretty sure that there isn't any connection to the word Pokemon. I don't know. And this is a big son of a bitch. I think they had the Poke 1, and the Poke 1 didn't have Bluetooth, and this does, making it immediately better and actually worth looking at. So let's talk. I use this one quite a bit, and I've made some modifications. Some simple basic ones, and we'll get into that. It's currently wired. Both of these, by the way, can still be used wired USB. If you wanted to make them dongle DACs, that is a possibility. Why you would, I don't know, because frankly, LDAC, high quality, playing off, certainly if you're playing off Spotify or Amazon Music, something lossy, you just go Bluetooth. If you're going lossless, if I have my FLAC library on here and I'm trying to like assess at like a can jam in a private room where there's no audio, then okay, maybe there's a reason to go wired, and I might be able to tell them the minute differences between the Bluetooth codec and an actual wired connection. Otherwise, fuck it. We're here because these are Bluetooth. That means I gotta unplug this one. Oh God, comes with a fucking thick, this is a thick USB-C to USB-C cable. And actually, I guess I'll go over accessories for both units, since I'm here and I like timestamps. See us timestamps in the description. Oh, don't forget to check out the Hi-Fi Guides forums. And what are the other things I always never tell people to check out? Don't forget the $10 tier. You get to ask me any questions you want if you support the channel. Thing that always wait till the end. You get a monster orange, like the most orange, the thickest I've ever seen a USB-C cable is there, with an adapter to use it on regular USB in case you want to plug this into a computer or you need to charge it via that. You get a USB-C to USB-C loop adapter for, again, we're not using that, and then a USB-C to Lightning adapter, right? We're not using that. And here is your little Xduoo pad. I don't think it came with any cock rings, which is kind of upsetting. I just did the cock ring spectacular. They really went nuts. So like they're trying to make this like super cool for the kids, I think. I mean, what's next? The Fortnite DAC? I don't know. No, there's no cock rings in here. Anyway, back to that fucking pattern. There's your accessories for this, and then you get the unit, and it's done. The Audirect, I'm still going to call it the Audirect, or I should call it the Beam3 Plus, which is written poorly there, has a USB-C cable to regular USB, and then it has an adapter to take USB-C to regular USB, and then the smallest little adapter, but it's not right angle, but it's still, look how nice and neat this is. Why don't we make right angle, like, I get that that's a right angle, But why don't we make like really short right angles? Like, I don't get it. How short can we make it? So it gives you a little adapter in case you wanted to, again, use it, but we're not going to concern ourselves because it gives a fuck because we got Bluetooth capabilities. So I'm currently Bluetooth connecting the atriums to my phone for the doors to play via the wirelessness to this, to that. Specs on this. Supports LDAC. They go on and on about it supporting MQA. It has an MQA logo brandished under the glass, so you can't like scratch it out. I mean, you could probably scratch anything out with a drill bit, but I'm just saying, $190, which is slightly less than the king of all Bluetooth things, which is currently still the iFi Go Blue. Glass, both sides, fingerprint fucking magnet, and then the edges are just metal, like a shiny metal. The switch here is metal, everything's metal. Fingerprint fucking catastrophe. Cacophony. Like, I was trying to keep it clean for the review, but then I like paused it and it was immediately covered in just fucking fingerprints everywhere fingerprints. But it sounds great. This sounds amazing, actually. So it's not hyper powerful, but it is truly balanced if you get the balanced one. Right now it says the standard version is the only version you can get on this. So I guess I'll ask Linsol if they have it coming back. I don't know if it's more money for the balanced one. It should be. The power output on the single-ended, at least on this unit, 7 milliwatts at 600 ohms. I probably wouldn't try. 122 milliwatts at 32 and 141 milliwatts at 16 ohm single-ended. The balanced output, however, is 27.78 milliwatts, 600 ohm balanced. That's very specific. They're like, we're not quite 28 milliwatts, we're more than 27. A quarter of a watt, 230 milliwatts at 32 ohm, and 110 milliwatts at 16. So it actually has the most power at the 32 ohm range, which is good because that's roughly where you want to be. Supports DSD 512, obviously with the USB cable, with sampling rates of 32,768, total harmonic distortion plus noise of 0.0003. It weighs 69 grams. Please. Qualcomm CRS is Bluetooth chip. It has ES9281AC DAC and adjustable high-low gain, portable. Yeah, okay, so I don't know who this brand is. Like, Linsol just sends me shit. And plugging into it, they have a whole bunch of dongle DACs, but this is the one with Bluetooth, and this is the one I'd look at because for pure unadulterated sound quality, and I was testing on these, and I was testing on these are the Starlight 4s, which are like an $800 IM, which I fucking love. A bass note hit using the TRIs, and I'm like, whoa, did I put bass boost on? And there is no bass boost. This just naturally has the power to push low end. Oh, I don't know if I want to bounce back and forth. So, okay. Is that more interesting? Yeah, okay. That's so far the preliminary of this. The Poke, which I can only have one Bluetooth to my phone at the same time. The Poke is a much bigger unit, and it's by Xduoo, who makes... Did I put the box back? Xduoo has like the Xduoo5 balance, which is huge. So this is much smaller compared to that. We got to get to the... Hold on. Front back glass, all aluminum outside, blue. It's got this cool Pokemon dude. I guess it's cool. He's got sunglasses. How can it be cool? He's got to be cool. He's got big teeth. I think that's his teeth, and then sunglasses. So you get nothing on one side of it, which I'm not offended by. I don't mind there being controls on just the other side. The bottom has 2 USB-Cs, a USB in, which is for signal, a charge in and out, because you can actually charge other devices with the battery in this, even though it's so small, it's like an emergency. Oh my phone's at 8%, and I need to make this phone call. My wife's giving birth. Oh my God, I'll name the baby Poke if it works. You keep your thing. You have a little tiny switch here that is for UAC 1 or 2.0 for the USB connection, which I never quite understood why that's like a thing in most devices. Like if you have to downgrade the compatibility to USB 1, you can. But this is an actual physical switch. They've had the machine out of the unit to make that a thing. So you get the you get charge in and out lights, and then you get one USB light. Model X24018, high performance DAC and headphone amp with a long ass serial number. So it's got a lot of things programmed here. And then you have the top and side, which we'll unplug the HC600 for a second. So the top is a very, very big gold 4.4 that's actually balanced. You get a 3.5, you get a gain press button, you get a filter press button, and you get an input press button. So 3 buttons on top. Come to the side, you get a red power button, you get your volume up, volume down, you get an EQ button, and you get your Bluetooth button, and there's a microphone. And on the very back of the unit, for no reason that I can understand, it says life's a struggle. As someone who kind of is into marketing, like I talk about my merch and I talk about headphones, and I want to get people interested. I don't want to force them. I'm not lying to them. I just want to be honest with them. This is the most honest thing I've ever fucking seen on a device. Could you imagine you going with like the Pokemon theme of haha poke, Xduoo, funny, 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 life's a struggle. What the fuck is that, Xduoo? Because I mean, Xduoo it's an Asian company, all right? So they if you go to like Japan and they have like weird slogans that they don't quite understand, and they put it on there. This is not a thing that I want to. I don't have to be reminded of that. I know that. I mean, I guess it's if you're a cynical motherfucker, this is your DAP. This is your portable Bluetooth receiving amp DAC, because it literally says "Life's a Struggle" on the back of it in a crazy fucking. Oh, what was the name of the game for Dreamcast? I have the soundtrack for it. Crazy Taxi. This is like a Crazy Taxi. Not Crazy. What was the spray paint one? Was that also Crazy Taxi? No. Whatever. The point is, it fucking says life's a struggle on the back of the DAP. Like, that's not a sticker I put on. That's under the glass. So, Pokemon, life's a struggle. Unless that's, I don't play Pokemon. Is that a thing? Do they say that? Is that their catchphrase? I choose you, Charizard. Life's a struggle. There's the Xduoo logo. So you get a lot of buttons here, 2 outputs, a lot of buttons here, and then ports here. That's why I'm okay with this being blank, because you can't. Don't give me more. This has some control choices that I would not have made. Put that down for a second. We're gonna have to connect it and swap in a bit anyway. Let's go back to this, because this one's pretty basic, and I fucking love it. Like, I fucking love it. I love this thing. I love it purely for sound. All right? It doesn't have as good a control as the Go Blue. It's not small as like the BTR5. It's a pretty hefty unit, but it lasts forever. The battery lasts forever. You get independent volume controls. Like if I lower the volume here on the phone, you can see it up and down. If I then come here and hit down, it doesn't affect that. It's got its own separate volume. That's one of the things Fio did. You do get 3 gains. I guess I should have toured this. 2 outputs, 3.5 and balanced. Then you have next track, last track, play. I'm sorry. Next track, last track, play, pause. Volume up, volume down, play, pause. It doesn't do anything else. This will be for like taking phone calls. There is a microphone right there. Little microphone hole there. There's actually a loop through here for putting a lanyard, which is nice, because a lot of these small things, I would certainly lanyard the goddamn Go Blue if I could. So you got these buttons that are very blatantly labeled. If I hold down this button, well, actually, if I might have to play it. If I'm playing music and I hold down this button, so you have to go to the top button for next track, and you hit the bottom button, and it restarts the track. Or if we hit it again, it goes back to light my fire. Play, pause. Simple, easy. Things that I desire in a Bluetooth receiving unit is just let me be able to figure it out. And it's going to be good, because you got your hand coming here. You're going to get the headphone out there. Your thumb's right in line to touch these 3. There isn't really an indication of which ones there are, but there's only 3, so it's kind of hard to fuck it up. So boom, boom, boom. Yeah, the top has a switch, a physical, almost impossible to switch, because it's red metal and it's so slippery, and it's completely underneath there, that you switch it from the Bluetooth to the USB setting if you want to use it on USB. Again, I don't care. You can. It'll sound better to machines probably. Here's your USB charging port, which I like it on the other side, both because I don't think I could fit it, but if you wanted to have USB in and the headphone out, it just makes the unit easy to hold if you still wanted to control it. And then the back has nothing but an MQA logo and glass. The front has multiple LEDs that are hard to see inside. Now I got a lot of light going on here, but like there's a blue one at the bottom there. Let me see if I can get I don't know where the fucking new camera is. Blue one at the bottom there. It will blink when it's trying to connect. And then if you have the power, the pickup hang up thing, and the gain control button, if we press the gain, we could cycle. Green is low. That's yellow. It doesn't look yellow. It looks fucked up red. And you hit it again and then it's red. So at least you can tell the two apart, but not at a glance, because it goes from green to, that looks kind of like red, to, okay, it still kind of looks like red, but it's more red. So you get low, medium, and high gain. With these, I'm putting it on high gain. And just to straight up say the sound quality is fucking blissful. It's one of the best sounding Bluetooth receiving devices I've heard. Again, she's not controlled the thing. This is where the thing is. And these aren't exactly like low quality headphones. Let's see what's in my Spotify. It will be a lie. Transmission. No, I don't want that. I get it though. Get it? Transmission. Radar Us. I love 90s hip hop. Boom. Let's put some of that on. Because I do love 90s hip hop. Shuffle Play. Noited by Nature. Hip Hop Hooray. And it's not playing. Like, just play. Play. Apparently the world is dead now. Why? Were you that interested? It's still connected to the Beam3, but now my Spotify is just being a bitch. All right, let's close Spotify. Actually, we'll close Spotify, and we'll go to Amazon Music, because maybe that'll work. Go to my library. Got a pasta time. Shuffle. There we go. Fleetwood Mac. You know, don't you love these little fuck ups that I leave in Z reviews? No one's going to buy this. I know how these things work. I'm going to tell people this thing sounds great, and everyone's going to go, nah, I'm just going to get the IFI Go Blue. Or I'm going to get the FIO BTR5. Everyone's got them. People have accessories. They know they work. They're great. So it sucks because I'm here literally telling you this thing is fucking fantastic sounding. It's only a little bit bigger than the BTR5. It's like 35% wider. And even though it's a fingerprint magnet, if I had a case for it, it'd be perfect. The sound quality that comes out of this is great. Almost better than the Xduoo, which we're going to get to in a second when I repair this with that. Right, the clicks. The clicks. I mean, I am using a $2,700 pair of headphones that I spent 4 hours pad swapping to make the pads like the best pads and have it be the best headphone. But I'm pulling it off with a sub $200 Bluetooth DAC amp. So I'd give that a fucking thumbs up. So thumbs up for the Audirect. If you want it, you'll buy it. If you don't want it, you won't buy it. Let's power it down. We'll hold this. Keep an eye out for a light turning off. Oh, it lights off now. Beautiful little thing. Lay down. Now, the poke. Oh, I forgot to mention there's a screen on the front of the poke. There is a screen on the front of the poke. I talked about the buttons, I talked about things, I talked about the life's a struggle, but there's an actual visible, it looks like the screen on the front of the other Xduoo products, where volume is currently at 77. We're currently set to USB in, which I don't want to be. I want to go to Bluetooth. I want to switch the input to Bluetooth. I've already paired it. Connect to the Poke 2. Bluetooth in, connected. We're at 3 out of 4 battery bars. 77. We have gain. You hit this. Do I have to be playing music? Some of these things are weird. They want you to play music in order to throw that away, put that on, hit play there. All right, yeah, H. High gain, low gain, filter. You have choice of filter 1 or filter 2. Again, I don't care. Input, obviously, you know what that does. You don't have to use the Bluetooth button if you don't want to. Oh, that's all right. All right, we got to talk for a second. I like the way this thing sounds. I really do. How much does it cost, you ask? Let's open up the thing. Xduoo Poke is $390. That is not a little. That is a lot. $390 for it. At I mean, it does do 700 milliwatts into 32 ohms. So it's a powerful unit. And it's got it says a 4,000 milliamp battery, but it's not. No, it can't. No. It's got all these beautiful features. And it is truly balanced. 700 milliwatts at 32 ohms balanced. Only 340 milliwatts at 32 ohms unbalanced. That's a nut. So now we're looking at twice the price of the Xduoo Audiophile Go Blue. And it has sound, it has power for days. Hold on. Ow, what did I just do? I just snapped my fingers on my head. So, the Bluetooth button is pause. Let's just get the controls problems out of the way. There's just some slight problems. If you want this, it sounds great. It sounds as good as the Audirect, which is, that's saying something because that thing sounds amazing. And this thing sounds as good as the Audirect, but it's more twice the price. The EQ, you get to choose between, hold on. EQ, you have to put it in that mode, then use the up and down. So you could do tone, game, movie, pop, or none. Obviously leaving it on none. I don't even know how to change the tone controls, because tone usually means bass and treble are on, and then you could adjust. But you hit it, you hit down, you go to tone, then you have, there you go, then bass and treble come up, and you could adjust. But very basic bass and treble. I think it's 8, 9. Can I go 12? No, it's 10 decibels up or down bass and treble. So it's not even like it's got an EQ where you can load an app and do something. It's just bass, treble, the end. So now I'm going to get out of this and go out of tone. Oh, God, get out of... No. Okay, stop. Cease. Please stop. Leave. Go back to EQ, go back up here, none. So you can do a basic tone control, but there's no like X bass or enhance or 3. It's just filters 1 and filter 2, which are digital filters, and you get tone controls or pop and rock, and you have no way of seeing what that's doing. Do you like how that's shaking? I'll fix the desk at some point. Your volume controls are here, and your power button's there. So display pauses music here. It's a good sounding DAC amp. The reason that there's Bluetooth here, I should probably cover that, is because when you're feeling this giant unit, it's like playing a fucking clarinet. There are 5 buttons here. 1 is pretty removed, so that's fine. So that means there's only 4. But there's absolutely no delineation between what these 4 are. The spaces are all identical. The buttons feel all identical. And 1 turns the unit off. 1 makes it louder, 1 makes it quieter, 1 brings up just the EQ thing, and then once you brought up the EQ thing, you're now the other buttons that you're trying to get to no longer are volume, they're navigating the EQ menu for like 2 seconds. So it's like, if you fuck up and go, oh, that must be the wrong one, and go down here, then you're switching through different inputs. So I wanted to avoid that, so I put the Bluetooth so I could just feel, okay, that's where I'm going up in number of volume. That's what I'm going to be using the most. Now, let's say, for instance, you're listening to music and it's a track you don't like. I know it's rare. Like, when is there ever music that you don't like? So you're playing music. I'm going to lower this here. It does the same thing here, by the way, where this volume lowers and not the actual phone. Make sure the phone is up all the way. Yeah. So that's not, I like that feature. That should be a constant in everything. This has its own volume. It doesn't rely on the phone's volume. So now that we have a positive and negative volume button, how do you change tracks? You would think you would hold down a positive or hold on the negative to do that. If you do that, if you hold it down, the volume goes up or the volume goes down. So can you not change tracks? Xduoo is notorious for not giving you the ability to change the tracks. Well, you can change tracks. Watch this. Oh, wait. Yeah, so now I change it again. Watch. Hold on, wait. I got this. Oh, fuck. Come on. Come on, baby. I believe in me. I believe in me. Oh, it changed it again. Okay, so the way you change tracks, if you want last track, hold on, let me see if it's the last track. Okay. On the top buttons, the 3 buttons, remember the 3 top buttons? On the top buttons, if you want to go last track, you hold down the filter button and it will restart the track. If you want to go to the next track, to skip the current track, you hold down the gain button. The gain button. That goes from low to high gain. If you press the gain button, you've changed gain, and it goes whoop, and it goes whoop. So if you want to change the track, you have to press the button that could potentially deafen you. I mean, it's a gentle gain, but you also have to hold it down for a very specific amount of time. Because if you try to go too fast, I've just changed the gain. Hold it down again, and let go. I've just changed the gain. I'm gonna hold it down again. And now it changed tracks. It's just, if you like having the gain switch be the next last track button is, there are stupider places to put it. Like the power button would have been stupider because if you turn off the power by not holding it down long enough, that'd be worse. But that's oversight. Like, they've got an input button will be annoying too. You don't want to switch inputs and music stops. But it's like, just make it the volume buttons. Like, no, I understand they want to be able to have so people can hold it down and actually raise the volume. 60, 61, 65, 67. But, like, to make it the gain button? That's, I mean, honestly, on this unit, the most pressed button when I'm listening is not volume. It's next track. Because I've got 20,000 songs. Or if I got Spotify or Amazon Music, I got 50 million songs. And it's just going to come across one that I'm just not in the mood for. So I'm going to want to hit that button. And I'm going to have to hit that button, hold that button, hold and pray in God that it goes. Because sometimes I've hit that button and it doesn't. Or I think it changed and I let go and it's just gain. Gain down, gain up. Now these are impossibly difficult to drive. So that 3/4 of a watt is coming in clutch. But if you're using sensitive IEMs and you go from a very comfortable low gain at like 60% to a uncomfortable high gain at 60%, that's bad news bears. You've done bad. You've done bad, Poke. So I'm not going to knock this thing off the fucking table and smash it into the ground and say, fuck this is stupid. But that's just something you're going to have to be very aware of. That's why you come to Z Reviews. Z Reviews, any other review will be like, oh, it's a wonderful unit. It uses Bluetooth 5 and has plenty of power for powering all your difficult to drive headphones, and you can control it with these buttons. No. You got to fixate on the problems because they're important problems. Because high-low gain accidental fuckeries is like bad. But other than that, unit's fantastic. Is it worth $400? You know what? With the power output it has, like it outputs power way more than this thing. This thing sounds great. Like IMs, if you don't need heavy power, that's fine. And if you do put it on high gain, I did have one issue with this where I had it up pretty loud on these IMs, and then I switched to high gain and it went and shut off. It didn't deafen me, but it like had an error and turned off. Like I clipped it because it was a loud song playing, and I was at pretty low volume digitally, and I just went through it, and it went nope and noped out, but it didn't kill me. And I restarted it and it worked fine. It hasn't had that problem ever since. So I mean, does that mean that's what the unit you should get because it protected my ass? Or should you never buy the unit because it had that problem once in the first place? Welcome to Z Reviews. Welcome to my job of deciding what is the fate. Life is literally a struggle. So yeah, no, I think I could talk about how this sounds. It sounds like almost every other Xduoo portable. Like I think the balanced one is a watt. The big son of... Go get the fucking big one. I know exactly where it is. I need to walk. My watch will yell at me. Yeah. Your other options for an Xduoo Bluetooth portable is this, the Xduoo Xduoo5 Balanced, which has its own problems. The volume thing on the side here, and the switches protrude, and then like it's got all this shit that like you probably won't need, and this is much more compact. But I mean, it's smaller, but it isn't much more affordable. But then again, I guess you would pay more. People pay more for like they used to not be, before there were Chromebooks, they were like the small laptops, like 11-inch full power 11-inch laptops were like 3 times the cost of regular laptops back in the day. So you're paying to have it all sort of minimized and just sorted out and better. They made it so you could actually change tracks on this. They made it like a perfect unit. Wait, did they do that? Or am I thinking about the, holy fuck, am I thinking about the IFI Griffin? The IFI Griffin didn't have next track, last track. And then they changed it so that the power button, you double pressed it and it next tracked. And it was like, now it's perfect. IFI Griffin's also like $680 or something. So this is all cheap compared to that. But yeah, no, I think this is a good step forward. There's just a few design quirks that I would be less happy about. Let me plug in a different headphone, because my favorite headphone is HG600, as always was. I realized this again. I hooked up the Death and Ray Honey after the last review. The Death and Ray Honey is the portable plug-in USB DAC amp, and my word. Yeah, no, this doesn't touch the Death and Ray Honey, but it's very listenable. Yeah, no, I can't keep listening to Glass Animals. I love listening to Glass Animals. Black Mambo. Why was I always calling it Mamba? It's Black Mambo. Huh. Learn something new every day. And this is an Ultra HD, so you know it's good quality. Hey, I like that I can unpause it and I can next track it. Boom. Bulletproof now. From Pomplamoose. It's just a few design characteristics need to be adjusted. I don't get the life's a struggle thing. That feels, I'd cover that with an anime waifu in a heartbeat. Be like, no. Life's not a struggle. Titties. Don't be reminded. I don't want my audio equipment reminding me that life's a struggle. And this thing, I mean, other than its finish, which is like, I don't know, it probably could be really nice in pictures, but you'd have to like sit around with a cleaning rag to get it nice. This is probably the better buy. This is certainly the better buy. I wish the balanced version comes back in stock on Linsol. I'll link to the page. If you see it balanced, if it's not balanced, it's the standard one, which just means 3.5 millimeter only. I might wait out for that. Or you get the IFI Go Blue, which has been the standard, but I have had people, and mine in fact, the case split open, like it literally clamshelled open. I had to click it back closed. I'm like, no, please don't break. And then the 4.4 on that always feels like it's gonna break. It's just always bullshit. These are nice, solid metal, like that's just it's a good quality plug, and the IFI Go Blue feels like it's made out of light plastic. I was gonna say cheap plastic, but it is cheap plastic, cheap light plastic. So yeah, ignoring that exists, just these two. Do you want a Bluetooth portable? Do you want a Pokemon? That is fucking having. This feels like it was made by the robot from can never remember the name of that fucking book and movie. Oh God, he turned into a whale. Oh, fuck. You'll know in the comments. Anyway, yeah, it's nice to see these things because with the world of dongle DACs, I'm still gonna point at these sorts of things and be like, why would you get those? Get this. Put it in, look, that's it. It's just my headphones attached to it and it's done. She's still a weighty fucker though, so I guess if you need that 3/4 of a watt, you're gonna grab the Poke. If you don't need 3/4 of a watt, you're doing IMs, or you just need short bursts of power, you could do the Audirect. Beam3 Plus. I can never remember the Beam3 Plus. And if you give a shit about anything else, just buy something else. I don't care. I don't care. For portable use, as long as it's got LDAC, I'm happy. And the fact that you can change the tracks on both of these means I'm satisfied. Their problems are measurable, however. So anyway, wallpaper available not for download in the description, but available for download in the description through Zilio Sync. Or if you figure out the code, or join Patreon. Patreon subscribe star. See reviews early. Participate in yard sales. Access to the Sound Demo Oasis. And ask me any questions you want on the $10 tier. I want a steak so bad right now. You can't even imagine. I haven't eaten anything. So $10 a month, behind the scenes private Telegram chat where people can ask me any questions they'd like, including about this shit, and I will answer you. And then if you're in that $10 chat asking me or the community any other questions, you also get into a lifetime swap meet channel. So if you buy something that tells you that life is a struggle, and you're like, you know what, we less struggle if I sold this in the swap meet. Boom, put it in swap meet, ask for $280, lose a couple bucks, but you get your money, and you go out and you buy a steak, and I'm so hungry. Check out Hi-Fi Guides forums, and thank you to everyone who supports me this month and week and year on the channels. And we're good. Am I good? Are you good? Are we good? Cool. Let's end this video before it's too long and the algorithm counts it as a percentage watched, and I hate that.